Welcome back to Car Show 1, where we highlight rare classics, modern machines, and hidden gems from the automotive world. Today, we're going back to the mid-90s, a time when Honda was pushing the limits of performance and refinement under the radar. Say hello to the 1995 Honda Vigor, a car many people forgot, but true enthusiasts still admire. So, what was the Honda Vigor, and why does it deserve a second look in 2026? The Vigor was Honda's answer to the entry-level executive sedan segment, designed to sit between the Honda Accord and the more premium Acura Legend. In some markets, it was sold as a Honda, while in others, like the US, it was part of the Acura lineup as the Acura Vigor. Either way, it brought together refined engineering, sporty dynamics, and high-quality build, wrapped in a sleek 1990s design. Let's start with the design. The 1995 Vigor featured a long, low, and wide body, with a smooth roofline and simple, elegant lines. It looked more mature than the Accord, but not flashy. The front end had a clean grille, sharp headlamps, and a slight wedge shape that gave it a subtle sense of motion. At the rear, the wide taillights and sloping decklid reinforced its upscale feel. Even today, it holds a clean, classy presence, the kind of design that's aged gracefully. Inside, the Vigor's cabin was all about refined comfort. High-quality materials, plush cloth or available leather seats, real wood trim in some versions, and a driver-focused dashboard made it feel more luxurious than many of its Japanese and even some European rivals at the time. Everything was where it needed to be, and Honda's legendary ergonomics were on full display. But here's where it got really interesting: under the hood. The 1995 Honda Vigor was powered by a 2.5-liter inline 5-cylinder engine, mounted longitudinally, driving the front wheels. That's right, 5 cylinders, something rare even today. This engine, known as the G25A, produced 176 horsepower and 170 pound-feet of torque, delivering strong mid-range power and a smooth, linear driving experience. It came paired with either a 5-speed manual transmission or a 4-speed automatic, and while front-wheel drive might not sound thrilling today, the Vigor was praised in its time for excellent balance and handling. Honda engineers positioned the engine low and far back to improve weight distribution, giving the Vigor a much more planted and sporty feel than your average FWD sedan. In fact, the Vigor was often described as having a rear-wheel drive feel, despite its front drive layout, and that was no accident. Honda built this car to drive like a premium sports sedan, and it succeeded. The suspension was tuned for a smooth yet responsive ride, with double wishbones all around, delivering a confident and controlled driving experience. Even today, driving a well-maintained Vigor feels tight and composed, with a level of feedback that modern sedans often lack. When it comes to features, the 1995 Vigor offered a strong list for its time: power everything, anti-lock brakes, air conditioning, cruise control, premium audio, and even optional heated seats. It was built to compete with entry-level BMWs and Lexus models, and in many ways, it held its own. So why did the Vigor fade away? Simple. It was a little too advanced, and a little too expensive, for its time. It didn't sell in huge numbers, and by the mid-90s, Honda decided to shift strategy, eventually replacing it with the Acura TL. But for fans of 90s Japanese engineering, the Vigor became a cult classic, a rare example of Honda building something different, focused, and full of character. In 2026, finding a clean Vigor isn't easy. But if you do, you'll get a unique, well-built car with retro charm, real driving quality, and a badge that means reliability and engineering excellence. It's the kind of forgotten executive sedan that true car lovers appreciate, and one that still turns heads at classic Japanese car meets. Thanks for watching Car Show 1. If you enjoyed this trip back to 1995 with the Honda Vigor, hit that like button, subscribe for more automotive stories, and let us know in the comments, have you ever driven or seen a Vigor? Would you restore one in 2026?